Hello, and welcome to the start of a very long journey. I hope you're willing to take it with me. This is going to be a 7-part odyssey through a man's obsession with collecting, amassing, buying, and adding Blu-rays to his collection. I've been struggling with this for years. In 2021, I started a watch list thread on Twitter of all the films I have in my collection that I haven't seen yet, from feature films to documentaries, documentaries about films, short films, and I did quite well. I got a list that was over 1,100 titles down to 900 odd, well, 980 odd, and every time I got something in new in 2022, I thought, well, that can just stay on that shelf, and when I watch it, it can go into the collection. All felt very good, well and good, until I realized after about 9 months that, oh, my watch list isn't really going up that much, but the piles of Blu-rays are. And I think, oh no, what have I done? Without really thinking about it, I've really just, I've added a lot more Blu-rays to the collection. So this is going to be my 2022 wrap-up / 2023 what the fuck Blu-ray update video series, best of 7. No, 7 parts of mayhem in various different themes. I'm going to work our way up to the point that when we get to the 7th part, it's going to be a massive update. So this is basically stuff that I've got over the past year almost. And I look back and I was this is the thing, I was impressed by the fact that I'd only done 2 Blu-ray updates in 2022. That's a big step for me. And the last one I did was in August. About 6 months, right? Well, that's good. That's a pretty decent one, right? But I realized that's only because I haven't been because I haven't been doing regular updates. It means that loads have been amassing in the collection. And I just thought, shit. So collecting is a sickness, man. It really is. But let's try and embrace it and move forward with our best feet, and we'll get through it together, I hope. Or maybe I'm just alone on an island of obsession with just my collection to comfort me. But it offers no comfort because the island actually doesn't have any electrical systems, and so I can't actually watch any of the Blu-rays. I'm just literally sat on an island with food to sustain me, but no cinema to feed my soul. And I just sit there as the waves roll in, and occasionally a few thunderclaps roll across the sky on really dreary days, and the rain falls, and I look around at all these Blu-rays that cannot be watched, and I'm just looking at my failures in life. Something like that. Anyway, so let's get into the first update part. There's only 4 Blu-rays in this one, and this was from a recent Indicator sale. This one is the one I'm looking forward to watching the most, actually. So this is Moscow on the Hudson. So this is a film starring Robin Williams, and is apparently more of a dramatic role than a comedic one. So he plays Vladimir Ivanov, a Russian defector with a black roommate, a Cuban lawyer, and an Italian girlfriend. So from the description, it already seems a bit funny. But I read it's more of a dramatic role. And I have to say, Maria Conchita Alonso is an actress I've always liked, and I've barely seen her in anything. She's in The Running Man, right? And then there's a Michael Keaton movie I really like that she did, which is like, I don't think anyone's seen that, but it's a pretty decent movie. So this is from like a 4K restoration, from what I remember. Yeah, the screenshots look great. There's an audio commentary with the director, Paul Mazursky. There's a Guardian interview, which I'm assuming is an audio interview, with the director and Robin Williams from 1984, 94 minutes in length. Image gallery, publicity and promotional material, theatrical trailers, subtitles and limited edition booklet, and the UK premiere on Blu-ray, Moscow on the Hudson. I'm really looking forward to this one. I love Robin Williams with a deep passion, so yeah, definitely one that I jumped at once I saw that it was on sale, and I'd never heard of it before. Next is a film by Alan Parker, starring Matthew Modine and Nicolas Cage. This one is Birdie. The back says a soaring experience unlike anything you've seen before. But I just looked at the trailer and just got a general feel for this one. And I felt like it was something maybe worth watching. And I've seen Matthew Modine tweet about how it was a very important and impactful film for him. This is loaded with extras. I won't even go through them. So there's a new piece from 2019. Was this released in 2019? Yes. So there's actually a new piece from Matthew Modine where he fondly remembers the experience of working with the cast and crew of Birdie. There's a piece with the screenwriters of the film from 2019 also. Peter Gabriel interview from the acclaimed composer. A personal appreciation of the work of the author William Wharton by filmmaker Keith Gordon. Alan Parker's early film from 1976, No Hard Feelings. I like it when they include directors' earlier short films. And it's a 2K restoration. There's a new exclusive audio commentary with Alan Parker and BFI's Justin Johnson. So yeah, this is loaded with special features, and it just kind of grabbed me when I looked at it. This one is a really intriguing one, and I'm kind of putting this aside for a future project, which I don't think I've talked about before, but I do plan on doing a sequel to my Paul Newman movie marathon video. This isn't a Paul Newman starring film, but it's the Paul Newman production of the 1971 Pulitzer Prize winning play, and I'll try and get the title of this one correct. The Effect of Gamma Rays on Man in the Moon Marigolds. So this is based on a play, and it is, I believe, yes, it was a Paul Newman production, and yes, produced and directed by Paul Newman, and starring his wife Joanne Woodward. I really need to see that HBO series that Ethan Hawke made about the two of them. So this is a film Paul Newman directed and stars his wife. That to me is just an interesting aspect of one of my favorite actors. So I really want to check that out. 4K restoration from the original negative. An 86-minute audio interview with Paul Newman. A 65-minute audio interview with Joanne Woodward. Archival footage. Original TV spot. There's some decent special features on this one. So yeah, The Effect of Gamma Rays on Man in the Moon Marigolds. I don't even know anything about the story. It's just the who made it, who stars in it, and that really grabbed me. Now, finally, this is one I've looked at and I've ummed and ahed about, and I saw this on the shelf in my stepdad's VHS collection, and it intimidated me and made me feel a bit uneasy just seeing the cover. And just the color scheme of this with the yellow and black reminds me of that VHS tape. But I feel like they're just throwing this one away at this point. And it's not a film I'm like, yeah, amped up about watching, but I feel like it's an important British film. It's a limited 40th anniversary edition, cinematographer approved release of Scum. Scum, subhuman scum. If you get that reference, well done. So this stars Ray Winston, of course. Legendary at this point, I would say, British actor. And this is an absolutely loaded, I mean, look at the special features there. It's ridiculous. And this was about £8, I think, on sale. You know, there's a poster in there, there's a booklet, loaded to the gills. But this is, of course, a film by Alan Clark. I've watched The Firm from Alan Clark, and while it's not my type of genre, I thought it was really, really good. I'd love to get the Alan Clark box set. They recently re-released it, but without one film, and that bugs me, and that in itself bugs me. But yeah, I feel like it's my duty as a British film, well, as a film lover who is British, it's my duty to watch Scum. But this is like, I think it's limited like 8,000 copies, so no wonder they're trying to shift it for £8 or whatever it was I paid for it. I'm sure at some point they'll start paying people to take it off their hands, but you know, it's always on sale, right? And it's just, I could be sat here all day talking about all the special features, but yeah, it's regraded and approved by the director of photography, Phil May. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce that. Loads of new interviews and special features from 2019 when this one came out. Archival special features, 80-page book. It's absolutely packed with stuff. So I thought I would give Scum a try. And that's it. So there we go. Oh, the Band-Aid has been ripped off. We've got through the first part of this 7-part journey. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And I'll see you in the next one.